So we are going to stack the stuffs inside there. So that is the concept of stack, first thing. And again, another thing from here we can say that, let's say this is a bucket where after washing the plates or washing the dish, we are keeping it here. So dish 1 is coming here, dish 2 is coming here. You guys already have the concept of little bit concept of stack in your architecture class also. So we are just stacking up the plates one by one. So whenever we are going to collect or use those particular plates, how we are going to access them? We are going to access them from the top. So obviously it will be coming from here. So from this concept we can already get that push, that getting inside and getting them outside, that only occurring on the single side, only one side of that particular container. First thing. Second thing, from here we are seeing that the first dish we washed and kept in the container first is coming at last, and the last dish which we put after washing is coming at the first. Okay, so from here we can get the concept that which one is getting first is coming out last, and which one is getting in last coming out first. So let's come here. So look at here, stack introduction. So stack is a linear data structure. Okay, stack is what? Stack is a linear data structure where insertion and deletion means inserting elements and deleting element. And here in case of stack, remember these two terms, push and pop. Okay, push and pop. Okay, push means insertion and pop means deletion. Okay, here in place of insertion and deletion, we use these two terms, push and pop. Push means we are inserting an element, pop means we are deleting that particular element from the stack. Okay, insertion and deletion operations are carried out only at one end. Operations are carried out only at one end. From this particular example, you guys can see that. Okay, and see, we have mentioned here insertion is our push operation, deletion is our pop operation. So as like this example, as you see already. So what is this? This particular stack operation follows these two algorithms, or they are basically the same algorithm. That is what LIFO. LIFO stands for last in, first out. Disk 1. Okay, and disk 1 and disk 4. Let's mark them 2, 3, and 4. So when we are just using, when we need to use that particular disk, what we are going to do? Last in, first out. The disk which enter, or the data which is going to enter at the last moment is going to come out first. Or we can say the same thing, first in, last out. Means first we kept the disk 1 in the container, but whenever we are going to access those disks, this particular disk will come later at the last stage, because this one is at the bottom of the stack. Okay, so from here you guys can, or we guys can already see that if the container is totally empty, okay, if the container is totally empty, whenever insertion operation is going to occur, it's going to come to the bottom of the particular container. And let's say if the container is half full, then obviously it will come here. Whatever it is, it's going to, or we can say it kind of follows, stack kind of follows the property of, let's say we can say liquid, that it will come at the end or at the bottom. Okay, kind of viscosity. So now let's come to the functions and the algorithms, okay, one by one. So first look at this one. So this is our simple stack example. Okay, this is a simple structure of stack. Initially think this one, this stack is empty. Okay, এটা আমি এখানে ড্র করে দিই একবার, ঠিক আছে? একটু এখানে ড্র হবে, এটাকে আমি মুছে নিতে হবে একটু। So now let's draw a stack here. अच्छा এখানে তো আমি টেবিল বানানো চাই, কোথায় গেল টেবিলটা? আচ্ছা, so let's say this is our stack. So obviously the stack will have some marking here. So this one, this one. So these are the location within the stack. Okay. Now in this architecture, let's consider, okay, our counting or our marking is starting from 0. Okay, we are starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and dot 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 up to, and let's say this one is our top of the stack. Okay, so we generally use this one as max stack minus 1. Okay, max stack, as I have written here, max stack minus 1. So max stack minus 1. Why max stack minus 1? Because we are starting from 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if we have started from 1, it should be max stack. But since our architecture, basically, the maximum of the architecture supports from 0 counting, so that's why we use in our algorithm. So from 0 to max stack minus 1. So from here, we can simply say, from here we can simply generate an algorithm that if our max stack is full, okay, or whenever we are inserting an element and our top is showing in that max stack minus 1 position, that means our stack is completely filled up. Means if we want to do any kind of insertion operation, that can be done at that moment. Why? Because that will be an overflow condition, because there is no space available within there. Okay, from here we can say that. Another concept from here we can come to is that, as we can see, 0 is the bottom line of the stack. So obviously below 0 or the void place will be minus 1. So if my top or the pointer is showing that it's in minus 1 position, means the stack is totally empty. So if we want to go for any delete operation, okay, or pop operation, if our top is showing that minus 1, that means the pointer is showing at void position. So from there we can easily conclude that the underflow condition has occurred, because there is nothing to pop out from there, nothing to delete from there. But we will come to those things later. So now look at here. Look at this particular following steps that has been given. So first, on the first line, it's stating initial stack minus 1. Okay, initial stack minus 1. Initial position is stack minus 1. This one is different. Okay, this is not the count. Initial position is saying that initial position is stack minus 1. So stack minus 1. Why this one is saying stack minus 1? Means the total stack is empty. Means right now the pointer is at minus 1 position, but there can't be any kind of minus 1 position. Means the pointer is showing at a void position. That means that stack is totally empty. Okay. So first operation, we can easily do any kind of insertion operation because there is empty space within the stack. So first operation is occurring here is push 3. So obviously what will happen? 3 will be pushed into the stack. So 3 will be pushed into the stack. So 3 will be here, and the pointer will rise up at here. Right now the pointer is right now the pointer is showing that 0th place or the first place is occupied. Okay, so whenever the insertion operation is going to occur, obviously we can use in our algorithm that top plus 1, and there will be increment, and the next insertion operation is going to occur here. But here they are then asking for pop 3. Okay, after push 3, we are again using pop operation. So pop operation means this particular one is going to get deleted again. So what will happen? This particular 3 will move out from here. So 3 moved out here. Obviously what will happen? Again the top will come at minus 1 or void position. In our next line, we are using push 3. Okay, so again, sorry, push 7. So 7 is coming here. So obviously 7 will come in this position because there 3 already got popped out. So this place was empty. So 7 will enter here. Then we are using push 10. So the pointer will be again at 0 after pushing 7. Then push 10. So 10 will be pushed back here. Increment +1, top +1. So the pointer will be right now marking at here. Okay, then push 15. Again 15 is coming here. Okay, then we are using pop operation. So first 15 will be popped out, because as we know, last in first out or first in last out algorithm, so obviously 15 will be popped out. So obviously this pointer will be at 1 in order to pop out, because this pointer can't stay here, because when if we want to do any delete operation, it's going to show that there is an empty space there. So obviously the pointer will move backwards. So it will come here, and again another pop operation is occurring here. So this one will again pop out, and this one will again come to 0. So these are the position numbers which I have written again. That whenever we are initially the stack position was -1 or the void position, after pushing 3, this one is coming at 0th place. So the pointer is showing at 0th place. Then pop operation is occurring. So again the top is coming on the below in the void state. So that's why again the position of the top is -1. After that we are pushing 7. So obviously pointer is showing at 0 position here. Then we are pushing 1. So obviously pointer will show at this position, 1 position. Then pushing 15. So obviously the pointer will showing at the 2th position. Okay, or the 2 position or the 3rth position. This particular 3 positions are occupied, so the next insertion will occur in here, but here we are using pop operation. So from 2 it will be popped out. So after first popping, if the position will be 1, again we are popping out 10. So this after this pop, 10 will be moved out from there. So the pointer will be pointing at 0, because if we want to insert operation, the insert operation will be occur at 1, and if we want to use pop operation, then what will happen? The pop operation will occur in this particular place, and then this one will be popped out, and then the pointer will come into the -1 place. So these are the position numbers which I have written. According to this particular instruction, the position of the top will be on that thing, and top is basically what? Top is basically a pointer which is pointing out that which particular position is occupying, or which particular position if we want to delete anything, or if insertion is going to occur, and which particular point it's going to happen. So clear about this particular example?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there are 5 operations we generally do in our stack. Okay, so what are the operations? So the operations are, first one is stack is empty. Okay, first operation is stack is empty, means we can do any kind of insertion operation there, but we can't do any kind of deletion operation there, because if we want to perform, when the stack is empty, if we want to perform deletion operation, it will be an underflow condition. Next one is stack is full, means deletion operation or pop out operation can occur easily in here, but if we want to perform insertion operation, there will be overflow condition, because the stack is totally full. There is no place for inserting any kind of element. Next one is our push operation. Push operation is our insertion operation. Okay, and we are going to push 1 by 1, and then our pop operation. Pop operation is our deletion operation. It's popping out a data from there and then checking that particular data. And if we are reading anything, any data from here, okay, that means we can't read the data from here directly. First, we have to pop out that data. We have to read the data, and then after reading the data, that particular data will be again pushed back into the stack. This is how reading operation occurs in stack. Okay, if we are reading any kind of data, let's say if we want to access the data in this 1th position, what will happen? First, this 2th position data will be popped out, and then this 1th position data will be popped out, and then we are going to read the data. After reading the data, again 10 will be pushed back, and then 15 will be pushed back into the stack. That's how reading operation occurs. Okay, and peek is what? Peek operation is basically checking. Okay, Pick doesn't do any kind of insertion or deletion operation. Pick operation is generally used to check or traverse the stack. Okay, if you want to check any kind of data within the stack, we use the operation pick. Okay, it doesn't do any kind of harm or any kind of changes, not harm, any kind of changes within the stack. It just checks. Okay, for DBMS, you just the select star command. You guys have seen that select star, and if you put that particular key which you want to access, whether it's a primary, foreign key, whatever key it is you are using in there, it's going to give you the data. And for instance, if we use select star student.ec, what will happen? All the data about the EC student will be shown to me. Okay, so that is the same thing about pick. Pick gives you the information about the stack and about the data. And from the name, you can already guess that picking means what? Picking means seeing something. So that is what pick operation is for. So now here for the algo, for this particular forward operation, we are going to look at the algo when the stack is empty. So this one is the algorithm. So algo is stack is empty. So how we are going to check whether the stack is empty? So as we can see, our stack is ranging from 0 to max stack -1. So obviously the easiest way to find out that if my pointer is showing at -1 position or the white position or -1 position, that will tell us that the total stack is empty and we can easily access data, we can easily insert data within that. So that's the algorithm. If top equals to -1 means if our pointer is showing at white position, means our total stack is empty, return true. And if it's not in -1 position, means if it's on 0, 1, 2, 3 or any other position, that means there are data within the stack. So that is our algo of stack is empty. Okay, next algo is our checking for stack is full. So as we can see from here, that here we can see that if when it's -1, that means the stack is totally empty. So when the top will target or look at this particular position, that will tell us that our stack is totally full. Max stack -1 means the top position, means the highest position of the stack is getting is already occupied. So that is the formula will be here. So algo is full. For we are going to take two parameters here. One is top and another one is our max stack. Why the max stack? Max stacks will be telling you the highest position of that. So if top equals to max stack -1 means if all the positions are occupied, then return true, our stack is full. And if it's not, return false means there is empty spaces within the stack and we can simply do any kind of insertion operation within there. Okay, so clear about the stack empty, stack full? Is it clear about the stack empty and stack full?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now we are coming to push and pop operation. Okay, so first we are going for push operation. So algo push. Okay, we are using these parameters, input parameter stack. Okay, for the another one is top. Top is our pointer. Okay, or here we are using this as call by reference in C program if we use. And next one is our max stack to find out that whether the stack is getting totally occupied or not. And third one is our fourth one is our 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one is our item, means that particular item we are using to push or we are using that particular item to insert within the stack. So see, first condition will be to check whether there is, for if we are performing push operation, first condition will be to check whether the stack is full or not. So if top equals to max stack -1 means if that stack is totally occupied, then overflow condition no insertion operation will be done. And if the pointer is not showing at max stack -1 means there is empty spaces for inserting element, then we are going to come here and we are going to insert that particular operation, then top equals to top +1. So previously look here, if we consider that 15 has been pushed here, okay, so means right now top is showing at position number 2. So first what will happen, top will be get incremented 2 + 1. So first top will come here and then what will happen, stack top equals to item, and then in this particular position the item will be pushed. So here let's say 19 will be pushed here, and that's a insertion operation. And here then after that exit. Okay, after doing all the insertion the program will be going to terminate itself. So that's how a push operation is going to occur. Okay, so whenever it's showing, that's why the top, whenever the stack is empty, the top is showing at -1 position or the white position. If the stack is totally empty, what will happen? first top will be incremented with +1. So from -1 position, +1, it will come to 0th position, and at the 0th position, the particular data will be inserted. And then again, if we are inserting any kind of data, what will happen? Again, the top will be incremented with 1. So 0 + 1, it will be at 1th position, and the top will be showing that push your data or insert your data at this particular position. Okay, this is the concept behind push operation. Now, if we come to pop operation, okay, how the pop operation is operating. So first, in case of pop operation, first we have to check whether there is data within the stack or not, and for that, easily way to check that whether underflow condition is occurring or not. So algo pop stack top and item. Okay, item is our input parameter here. So if top equals to -1, okay, means our top is showing that -1th position. Means what will happen? Underflow condition, because there is no data within that stack, and it will exit from there. And if there is data within there, what will happen? Item equals to stack top, because stack top always points to the last position where data is got or data is being inserted. Okay, so here for this particular example, where we inserted 19, right now the stack is, or sorry, not stack, the top is showing at the 3rd position. Okay, so what will happen? Top equals item equals to stack top. That particular item we want to pop out is right now at the 19th position. So first, what will happen? The item will be popped out. Okay, but top is right now in the 3rd position. Thus here, right now, this particular item got popped out. So this one is empty space. So what we'll have to do? We just have to decrement the top position. So top equals to top -1. So 3 will come to 2. Means if we want to delete any data, again 15 will be popped out from there, and this one will be decremented to 1. And if we are pushing any kind of data, first the top will be incremented with 1, and then that particular item or data will be getting inserted there. So clear about the push and pop operation?
Yes, sir.
Sure, very good. So now we are implementing one algorithm here. So look here, algorithm. So implementing 2 stacks in one array. We have an array, but we are implementing 2 stacks within the array. So let's consider if we have an array like this one. Okay. So as we know, let's say this one is our array. So as we know, stack operation only occurs on a single side. Okay, but here we are implementing 2 stacks here. So what will be the way to insert here? That will be one insertion and deletion operation is going to occur from this side, and another insertion deletion operation is going to occur on this side, because this one will be the tops for the, let's say, stack A, not stack stack A1, stack A, and this one will be stack A1, and this one will be the top of the stack A2. Okay, first this one is the concept. Okay, so now again, first thing which should come in mind, that we have to keep this number properly, because stack is going to check which one is the top side and which one is the lowest side. Okay, so let's say, consider this one, that for this one is our top position, right? For stack A2, this one is our top position, means this particular point will be our max stack. And let's number this one as n. Obviously this will be n minus 1, n minus 2, dot 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 up to here. This one is 1, and this one will be a particular position for this one, stack A1, for the insertion operation. Okay, this will be its position. So if we are designing an algorithm, okay, whenever we are designing an algorithm, first we have to check 3 conditions. If this particular position is totally occupied, means stack A is totally full, or we can do any kind of insertion operation within here. So that is the one case. Another case can be if this particular part, max stack position, is again showing the top position, top is showing at max stack position, then stack A2 can be, there can be anything which can be inserted in here. Okay. And another condition can occur that let's say this particular positions, the data has here, data is here, data is here. Okay. And let's say this particular data already got occupied. This particular insertion occurred at this position. Okay. At this position. So again, another condition can occur that stack A, okay, stack A1 or let's say stack A is not showing that it's getting to max stack. But here what is happening that this particular stack is already occupied until this place. So there is a third condition. These are the three condition, overflow condition that can occur here. Okay. So now let's come to this particular image. So see, this is our stack. Okay. This is our position for stack A, and here we have named this one as stack B. Okay. I guess you guys can see stack A and stack B. দেখতে পাচ্ছ তো তোমরা? দেখতে পাচ্ছ না?
ওই স্যার হাল বোঝা যাচ্ছে ছোট করে।
আচ্ছা। Okay. Okay, so this is our stack A. This particular side is our stack A, and this particular side is our stack B. Means insertion operation for stack A, insertion deletion operation for stack A and stack B. Sorry, not stack A. Stack B is going to occur on this side. So let's write this one as SB. And insertion deletion, or let's say push pop operation for stack A is going to occur on this side. This is our SA. Okay, these are the numbering 1, 2, 3 dot 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 up to n minus 2, n minus 1, n, and n is our, since we are starting from 1, here see we have this one, we have named this one as max stack. If we have started with 0, we have implemented this one as max stack minus 1, but since we are using 1, so this one is our max stack position. Okay, so now first we are using push operation, okay, of what? Of stack A. Okay, so I'll go push A. Okay, so what we are going to require? We require the array name or the stack name. So stack top A, okay, for the pointer which is pointing the positions of the stack A. Top B, the pointer which is showing the position of the stack B. Why we require this one? We are going to come to this later. Item, that particular thing that needs to be inserted in here. And another one is our max stack. See, max stack is also a part of stack B, and top B also a part of stack B. But still we are using this one in our push of A operation, push of stack A operation. Why? So we are using this particular thing to check the overflow conditions. Okay, so see, first condition is if top A plus 1, okay, top A position plus 1 equals to top B. Okay, see this particular line. If top A plus 1 equals to top B, or top A equals to max stack, or top B equals to 1. Okay, then overflow condition is occurring. So first, let's consider this line. Top B equals to 1. Okay, what the significance of this line? You guys tell me. In this particular image.
স্যার ওটা তো ডান দিক থেকে মানে ম্যাক্স
টপ বি আর টপ এ মানে টপ এর যদি এটা একই হয়
না আচ্ছা সেকেন্ডার স্যার ওটা তো ফুল হচ্ছে একই মানে এন থেকে শুরু হয়ে একে তো ওটা ওখানে ফুল হচ্ছে না
the significance of this particular top B line is that before starting insertion operation of stack A, we have started the insertion operation of stack B, and stack B has started inserting from here, and since the total array was empty because there was no insertion operation at that time, that stack B got totally occupied until 1. So that's why there is no place for insertion operation for stack A. So that is one overflow condition. Clear about the top B equals to 1? Why top B equals to 1? Okay. Yes, second condition, this one is occurring. That is top A equals to max stack. Means before starting any insertion operation on stack B, stack A has started its insertion operation and it has taken until max stack. means the total array or the total stack is right now occupied. So that's why there is no place for another insertion within this particular data. So that's why top A equals to max S. So overflow condition is occurring. Clear about this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Third condition is our top A plus 1 equals to top B. So let's say insertion operation is occurring on stack A and insertion operation is also occurring on stack B. So right now top A is showing at 3 position. Okay, but stack B after getting inserted, okay, stack B has occupied until this place. Okay, so the last place this was is also got occupied by the stack B. So whenever the top A, first whenever we are doing push operation, see, first we are doing what? First we are incrementing, then at that empty place we are inserting the element. So what will happen? What another case that can occur, that is top A plus 1, means after incrementing, top A is right now at 3, so after incrementing 3 plus 1 at 4th position, we are seeing that top B has already got inserted in here. Top B is already occupied until this space. So that's why top A plus 1 equals to top B, because top B is already obviously pointing to that particular point where insertion has been done, the last insertion has been done. So that's why that is our another overflow condition, that after coming here, after incrementing the top position of top A, we are encountering that top B is already there. Then that can be also said as overflow condition. Clear about this line? Why this particular line top A equals to 1 equals to top B means that top A is inserting. Just consider this one, that top B has inserted up to 4th position. So first position here 1 got inserted. So top previously this one was here. So right now after push operation, so our algorithm is top plus 1. So 1 plus 1, 2 will be here. Another data got inserted here. Let's say. After again top plus 1, so 2 plus 3, another data got inserted here. Okay, and again it will be increased, so top plus 1, so 3 plus 1. After coming to 4, we are saying B is already occupied, means stack data of stack B is already getting occupied here. So that means what? Top A is encountering with what? With top B, because top B is also pointing to that particular position where the last data has been inserted. So top A is becoming as top B. So that's also an overflow condition. So that's why we have used these lines. Okay, this particular item, because we are using only push operation for stack, but here we are using this particular terms top B and max stack, because clearly these two parts are stack B part, but still we are using this. We are using this for the checking of overflow condition. Okay, clear about this line? Overflow line?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, chalo, very good. So next we are coming to that if overflow condition is not there, simple push operation algorithm will be there, that top A equals to top A plus 1. First the top A pointer will be incremented and then stack top A on that particular positioning or the pointing position will be updated with the item. Okay, so this is our push operation for stack A. Next we are coming to push operation on the B side. Okay, so what are the conditions that can make this one is overflow? That is, first condition is like the same one, top A plus 1 equals to top B, or we can, I have written this one as same like this one. You can write it like top B equals top B plus 1. No, we are going from here, top B minus 1 equals to top A. Okay, I have written this one, top A plus 1 equals to top B. You guys should read that top B minus 1 equals to top A, because here this one is our nth position, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3. So that's how we are going there. So you can use this one, this line also same. So top A plus 1 equals to top B means top A and top B both have occupied the whole array. So overflow condition. Next one is our top A equals to max stack, means top A has totally occupied the whole thing. So that's why there is no place for inserting any operation within here. And another one is our top B equals to 1, means after starting from max stack, top B has occupied until 1. So there is again no place for insertion for stack B. So these are the three conditions for overflow in case of insertion of push B. And if that particular thing is not occurring, okay, what we can do, we will come to here that top B equals to 0. Okay, why top B equals to 0? If top B equals to 0, top B equals to max stack. See this particular line. If top B equals to 0, top B equals to max stack. Means if if the top B position is showing at 0th position, okay, means what will happen? The first item means obviously this one is our 0th position. If top B is showing at 0th position, so the first item will be inserted at the max stack position. So that's why top B equals to max stack. Else, if there are some data already getting occupied within there, then what will happen? Top B equals to top B minus 1. So if top B is pointing at n, so first what will happen? N minus 1th position, the next data will be inserted. So that's why top B minus 1. So at n minus 1 pointer, the top B pointer will come here and the data will be inserted here. So stack top B equals to item. So the item or the data got updated or inserted or pushed here, and then it got exited from here. So clear about the both of the two push operations? Yes or no?
Sir, top B equals to 0 থেকে স্যার এটা একটু বলুন তো।
আচ্ছা, দেখো, we are starting from here, okay? আমার অ্যারেটা কোথা থেকে স্টার্ট হচ্ছে? ম্যাক্স স্ট্যাক থেকে।
Yes sir.
ঠিক আছে, তাহলে আমাকে তো টপ বি ম্যাক্স স্ট্যাক পজিশনে দেখাতে পারে না, কারণ টপ বি যদি ম্যাক্স স্ট্যাক পজিশনে থাকে, এই পার্টিকুলার পজিশন যদি টপ বি অকুপাইড হয়, মানে এখানে যদি থাকে, আমার স্ট্যাক পুরো এমটি, ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু আমাকে তো পয়েন্টারটা টপ বি তো কখনো এখানে পয়েন্ট করতে পারে না। তাহলে আমার অ্যালগরিদম কি করবে? আমার ইনসার্শনটা এই পজিশনে স্টার্ট হবে, এই জায়গাটা আমার এমটি থেকে যাবে, তাই তো?
Yes sir.
হ্যাঁ, সো ইফ উই ওয়ান্ট টু ইনসার্ট এনিথিং, সো বিফোর মানে যেটা আমাদের এখানে -1 ছিল, এই যেটা -1 void position, so obviously we are starting from 1 to n, so top b টাকে কোনো একটা void পজিশনে রাখতে হবে, তবে তো সেখান থেকে ও স্টার্ট করবে পরেরটাতে ইনক্রিমেন্টেড হয়ে। তাহলে এইখান থেকে আমাকে এখানে আসতে ইজিলি আসাটা সম্ভব কি করে? তাহলে আমার টপ বি যদি এইটাকে আমি যদি 0 রাখি, মানে এই void পজিশনে থাকে, তাহলে নেক্সট আমার ফার্স্ট ইনসার্শন যখন টপ বি স্টার্ট হবে, কোথায় স্টার্ট হবে? n এ স্টার্ট হবে। nটা কি আমার ম্যাক্স স্ট্যাক, 0 plus 1 হচ্ছে, তো সেই জন্য আমার এই লাইনটা টপ বি, if top b equals to 0, top b equals to max stack, যদি আমার টপ বি void পজিশনে থাকে, তাহলে ফার্স্ট ইনসারশন আমার স্টার্ট হচ্ছে max stack পজিশন, নেক্সট ইনসারশন হবে এখানে, তারপর ইনসারশন এখানে, জাস্ট -1 করে ডিক্রিমেন্ট করতে দাও। এখানে আমরা আগে পোস্ট ইনক্রিমেন্ট করব, এই সরি pre-decrement করব। Just remember this one, that whenever we using stack push operation, okay, first pre-increment will be done and then push operation is going to occur, and whenever we are popping out any kind of thing, first the post increment will be done and then data is getting deleted, because whenever we are seeing this particular thing, look, this is our stack. So first the pointer is getting increased, then the item is getting inserted. So here pre-increment is occurring here. But whenever we are deleting any data from here, so first the data is getting deleted and then the pointer is getting decreased. So that's why here post decrement is occurring. Okay, first the data is getting deleted, then the pointer is coming down, and whenever we are doing increment, first the pointer is getting incremented and then on that particular position the data is getting pushed. Okay, clear about these two push operations?
Yes sir.
Now we are coming to the pop operation. Okay, so what are the pop operations? So first we have to check the underflow condition. So underflow condition is basically same, simple for top A, that is if top A equals to 0, means our top A position is right now in the void position. Okay, 0th position, because this one is the 0th position for top A and this one is the 0th position for top B, because we are inserting on the both sides, so obviously this one will be the 0th position and this one will be the 0th position, starting position. So that's why simple underflow condition will be part. If top A equals to 0, means our particular pointer is right now in the void position, means there is nothing to delete there, and so underflow condition is going to occur. And if the pointer is in some places, okay, then what will happen? Item equals to stack top A, the top A pointer which is pointing to that particular point, that particular data from that point will be popped out, and then top A equals to top A minus 1, since the data got popped out from there, so the pointer will be decremented by 1. So that is our popping out of operation for A, and popping out operation for B will be what? Same like this one. So these are the input parameter we have taken, stack top B item max stack, that if top B equals to 0 means the top B is right now in the void position. Obviously there is no data for stack B to delete, so underflow condition is going to occur. And if the data is getting or data is occupied within that particular stack, then what will happen? If top B equals to max stack, see this particular line, if top B equals to max stack means our top B is showing at the max stack position, then what will happen? Means a particular data is being occupied at the max stack position or the nth position, so this particular data will be deleted, and this particular position, the top pointer, will be coming to void, so 0, because after popping out this data, obviously this one is going to move on this side, and this position is what? This position is 0. So that's why if item equals to stack top B, and if top B equals to max stack means the position of the top B is in the max stack position, then top B will be in the 0th position. Else, if top B is not on that position, means our top B is right now, let's say, in the n-2 position. Okay, if our top B is showing at n-2 position, then what will happen? First, the data will be popped out, and then it will be decremented. But here, this one is on a different counting because we have started from n to n-1, n-2. So, in order to decrement this one, how we are going to decrement? n-2 plus 1, then the top B will be coming at n-1 position, and then plus 1, then it will be coming to n position. And that's why we have used here in our algorithm that if max stack position is there, then it will be coming to 0, because if we are using the same logic here, then what will happen? That if the top B is showing at max stack position or in position, then after deletion it will increment itself and it will be showing the data at in top B pointer will be showing at n+1, but there is no n+1, there is a void place. So that's why the exception has been thrown here, that if max stack position, the data is being occupied at the max stack position, then the data will be popped out from there, and that the pointer will be set to 0. But here this one is our normal counting, so 1 2 3 4, so there is no need for any kind of exception throw here, because simply they are decreasing, so 4 3 2 1. But here the insertion deletion is occurring on the opposite side, so that's why we are throwing the exception here. So clear about why this particular line is being used, that if top B is in max stack position, we are just keeping the top B in 0th position, because our algorithm here in our next line we are using that after the deletion operation, the top B is getting incremented by 1. So previously if it was in n-2 position, so it will be decremented to n-1 position, then nth position. And if we don't use this particular line, then after moving from max stack, it will be incremented to n+1th position, but there is no n+1th position, so ambiguity will be created within there and there will be error. So that's why if this particular one is in nth position, we are going to directly, after the deletion operation, we are directly going to put the pointer at 0th position. So clear how we did insertion and deletion operation of 2 stack within one array? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So now I am going to give you an assignment which you guys have to do in your home. Okay. And after doing it, I am going to ask randomly some people who are going to send me the algorithm personally. Okay. So they can be anyone. Okay. But just don't copy. Okay. Try within you. There is nothing, any marks or anything within this. For this particular assignment, no marks is there, nothing is there. Okay, I am just giving you as a homework and for interest. Okay, so look at this one. Previously here we have done insertion of 2 stack within one array. Your assignment will be insertion of implementing 4 stack in one array. Okay, so let me give you a bit concept here. Okay, bit overview of the idea. So easiest way to implement 4 stack in one array. So first we have to do what? If the total size of the array is n, the best way to first do thing is divide this one by 2. So n by 2 position. Okay, so now you have like the previous one. Now you have two stack for one array on this side, and on this side you can again perform two array implementation in one array. Okay, clear about the concept what I am saying here? Are you getting it? ধরতে পারছো কিনা?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
ওকে
স্যার মানে একটা 0 থেকে শুরু হবে n/2, ওই দুটোতে মানে স্ট্যাক 1 স্ট্যাক 2 ধরবো, আর স্ট্যাক 3 এন্ড স্ট্যাক 4 হচ্ছে n/2 টু n
পর্যন্ত, n/2 to n।
প্রথমটা n/2 পর্যন্ত এবং তারপরে n/2 থেকে n পর্যন্ত বাকি তিনটা।
হ্যাঁ, বাকি দুটো স্ট্যাকের জন্য ওই হচ্ছে তোমার পজিশন অকুপাইড হয়ে গেল। সো নাও লুক এট দিস পার্টিকুলার ইমেজ। সো সি, so if the total size is starting from 1 to n, so we are implementing 4. So the easiest way, because we already know how to implement two stack in one array, so easiest way will be dividing this total array into half, so it will become much more easier for us. Then we can perform implementation of two stack in one array here and two stack in one array here. So since we are starting from 1 to n, we are dividing this one at n/2 position. So this is our n/2 position. So simply this one will be ranging for stack A and stack B will be ranging from 1 to n/2, and stack C and stack D will be ranging from n/2 to up to n. First, now the same thing is going to occur here. See, in place of if we are using push operation, okay, so what are the overflow conditions will be here? Like the same thing. So if top A plus 1 equals to top B, okay, if our top A and top B are the same position, then overflow condition can occur. Second will be top A equals to, instead of max stack, here you are going to write
n/2.
n/2. Very good, exactly. You are going to write n/2, and you on this particular line it will be again top B equals to 1, because here we have 1. So there is no issues here, and then you are going to perform the push operation here. Instead, for the overflow condition here there will be a little bit changes. So see, here we have written top A plus 1 equals to top B. So here we can write here top A plus 1 equals to top B. Top C plus 1 equals to top D. That condition is not going to change. Okay, that condition is going to remain same. The second condition will be top C equals to max stack. Okay, means the total stack C has occupied the whole space, so overflow condition will be there. Another one will be here, this line is top B equals to 1, so here the line will be top D equals to in place of 1 it will be n/2. No, it will be n/2 plus 1, because this one is taking space from 1 to n/2.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
এটা n/2 হবে না, n/2 হলে ও top B এর রেডিয়াস চলে আসে। So that's why you have to keep that in mind. So in place of top D, you are going in place of top D. In place of 1, you are going to write down n/2 plus 1, because you are starting from n/2 plus 1. So these are the two conditions for your overflow, and then you are going to write down the algorithm as it is. Okay. And if you guys face any problem, then you can take. And for pop operation is already simply easy. For the same thing, if your top A equals to 0, obviously that will be underflow condition, because this one will be 0 here. And again for top B, if your top B position will be showing at here, instead of 0 you can write
n/2 plus 1.
If your top B has n/2 plus 1, not n/2 plus 1, n/2 plus 1 যদি চলে যায়, হ্যাঁ চলে যেতে পারে, ঠিক। সো ওটা এখানে for top C it will be n/2, and for top D it will be normally your 0th position, because after max stack it will be on the 0th position here, and here both on the sides you have 0th position. But only for top D it will be n/2 plus 1, and for top C it will be n/2 for underflow condition. Okay, and rest of the parts is going to remain same. So I guess it's clear. You guys can try this one. ঠিক আছে, একটু ট্রাই করো এটা। হ্যাঁ, আমাকে তোমরা নেক্সট ডে, আমি টিউসডে জিজ্ঞেস করবো, যদি দরকার হয় ওয়েডনেসডে চেক করবো, ঠিক আছে?
Yes.
Okay sir.
Okay, this one is done. Next we are going to come to stack operation. This one is quite interesting. ওকে, আরে এইটুকুনি কেন?
স্যার
হ্যাঁ,
স্যার ওই আগের যে কোয়েশ্চেনটা অ্যারেটা ছিল স্যার, ওইটা যদি অড নাম্বার মানে কতগুলো এলিমেন্টস আছে অ্যারেতে, ওইটা যদি অড হয় ধরুন, আর আমার n/2
তাহলে তো স্যার
পজিশনটা,
দুটো মিডিল পাবো।
হ্যাঁ স্যার,
কোনটাই বলো
স্যার যদি অ্যারেটা অড নাম্বার অফ এলিমেন্টস হয়,
এইখানে?
হ্যাঁ ওটা যদি অড নাম্বার অফ এলিমেন্টস হয়, আর তাহলে n/2 টা দুটো পাবো আমি।
n/2 টা দুটো পাবো, ওটা তুমি যে কোনো সিলিং ধরতে পারো, কোনো ইস্যু নেই।
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে
ঠিক আছে।
স্যার আমি যখন একটা বড় অ্যারেকে 4 ভাবে আমাকে স্ট্যাক মানে স্ট্যাক হিসাবে আনতে হবে, তো নট নেসেসারি কি আমাকে ওটা n/2 তে ভাঙতে হবে, আমি কোনো আদার পজিশনেও তো ওটা ভাঙতে পারি।
কোনো আদার পজিশনেও তুমি ভাঙতে পারো, কিন্তু মানে ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে ধরো তোমার কাছে যদি আছে ধরো 13, সরি লেখার জায়গা নেই, 13 যদি আছে, তাহলে n/2 করলে কত হচ্ছে?
মিড পয়েন্ট আমি 7 ধরতে পারি।
n/2 করলে তোমার 7.5, এই সরি 6.5 আসছে, তাই তো? এবার 6.5 যখনই চলে এলো, তুমি একটাকে 7 করে দিলে, আরেকটাকে তুমি 6 করে কি বলে 6 করে
6 করে দেবো।
6 করে দিলাম স্যার।
হ্যাঁ,
এবার
এবার
ধরুন
এইরকম ভাবে হচ্ছে n/2 এর পজিশনটা ওইটাই, মানে একটাকে যদি n/2 পজিশনের পর একটাকে তুমি পার্টিকুলারলি সিলিং এ ফেলে দেবে, আর আরেকটাকে তুমি নরমালি ফেলে দেবে। আরেকটা জিনিসও তুমি করতে পারো, সবচেয়ে ভালো জিনিস, সেটা হচ্ছে যদি ধরো তোমার অড নাম্বারই অ্যাপিয়ার করছে, যদি 13ই আছে, তুমি n/2 করে দিলে, ঠিক আছে? n/2 করলে তোমার 6.5 আসছে, তুমি 6 হচ্ছে অ্যারে, এই সরি স্ট্যাক এ আর বি এর জন্য অ্যালোকেট করে দিলে, আর হচ্ছে তোমার হচ্ছে 8 থেকে 1 to 6 গেল, আর হচ্ছে তুমি 7 বাদ দিলে, 8 থেকে হচ্ছে 13 পর্যন্ত তুমি স্ট্যাক সি টু ডি পর্যন্ত ওকে হচ্ছে ডিনোট করে দিলে। তাহলে তোমার সুবিধাটা কি হয়ে গেল? তোমার আন্ডারফ্লো কন্ডিশন চেক করার জন্য তোমার কাছে মানে হচ্ছে পজিশন 7 ফাঁকা হয়ে গেল। যদি তোমার স্ট্যাক বি এর টপ বি যদি তোমাকে দেখাচ্ছে 7th পজিশনে আছে, মানে ও আন্ডারফ্লো কন্ডিশনে আছে, মানে স্ট্যাক বি তে কিছু নেই। বা স্ট্যাক সি এর যদি তোমার পয়েন্টারটা 7 পজিশনে দেখাচ্ছে, তার মানে হচ্ছে তুমি বুঝতে পারছো যে স্ট্যাক বি এর হচ্ছে সরি স্ট্যাক সি এর আইদার হচ্ছে টোটালি অকুপাইড আছে, আর নাহলে স্ট্যাক ডি টোটালি ওখানে হচ্ছে 7 পজিশন পর্যন্ত এসে বসে আছে। এটা তোমার উপর ঠিক আছে, তুমি ওখানে একটা মাঝখানে এমটি স্পেস করে ওটাকে একটা পয়েন্টার করে নিতে পারো, এই পার্টিকুলার পজিশনে এলে আমার হচ্ছে জিনিসটা এক্সহস্ট করে বেরিয়ে যাবে। ঠিক আছে?
ইয়েস স্যার।
আচ্ছা দাঁড়াও, এখানে ইমেজটা ঠিক করে আসেনি, আমি ইমেজটা পার করি একটু। I told it. It doesn't laugh better. Wait. So few. Okay. Okay. So here we are using here stack application evolution of postfix operation. Okay. Postfix operation expression. So how many types of operations are there? Operation expressions are there? There are 3 types, right? One is our post increment, postfix. Another one is our prefix, and another one is our infix. So for postfix, what happens? Postfix, our data is operand, then okay. So for postfix, our this one is operand, OPA আরে তো সবই অনেক দূর পর্যন্ত আছে ঠিক আছে আর লিখছি না for postfix operation what is it is that is operand and then operator for infix operation your is operand then your operator then again operand and for prefix operation your operator then operand and operand so see this one is our postfix operation so see operand then operator is appearing here. Okay, so now look at this particular algorithm here. So here the algorithm has been stated. See, algo postfix evolution P. Okay, P is the particular thing which you are working on. Top value. Okay, the top value of the position. Okay, so if and not if P equals to, then I am using this particular sign. This particular sign I am using. We are using here is for concatenation. Okay, so you can use strcat depending on your programming, okay, depending on your programming language. Why we are using this particular one? We are concatenating this particular close bracket with the postfix operation or the postfix function. Why this one? We are using this one. We are using this one. This one is used as we can say as a terminator, delimiter or exterminator. Okay, means this one when we are going to encounter with this particular closing bracket, the program is going to execute or to not execute, terminate itself. Okay, so that's why we are concatenating this particular part. So like consider this one. So previously the function has been given us or the problem has been given as 762 plus star 12 4 division minus. Okay, and the particular pointer is going to then push pop operation is occurring here, and whenever the top is going to encounter this particular one, which we used after doing the concatenation operation, when the top is going to encounter with this one, that means it has reached to the end of the function. There is nothing left after that, and it's going to terminate itself. So that's why we are concatenating this one with the postfix function. Okay, clear about this one line, this particular line, why you are using this one? বলো তাড়াতাড়ি, yes no অনেকটা আছে। Okay, so see, until we have written here also, until this closing bracket is encountering while reading free from left to right for each symbol. Until we have encountered this one, we are going to read each and every signs and symbols from there, and we are going to perform our operation. If an operand is encountered, see the line, if operand is encountered, push it on the top of the stack. Okay, if operand is getting encountered, we are pushing it on the top of the stack. Else, if an operator is encountered, remove the topmost element A and next to topmost element B from the stack and evaluate B means operand, operator and operand. Okay, this line is kind of a tricky line. So here look at this example. I am again drawing you this one. So see, consider this one. This one is our stack. Okay, so data is here. Okay, data is here. Let's say this one is another stack. Data is here. So first, you the equation has been given as 12 divided by 4. Okay, this one is your expression. So this one is right now in infix operation. So if we convert this one in postfix, then it will be 12 4 then divide. Okay, any doubts in there?
No sir.
Okay, so now whenever the encounter it's encountering or reading free, first 12 will be read, so 12 will be inserted here. That was the line here, that if an operand is encountered, push it on the top of the stack. So after sending 12 inside, the pointer will come top, and again here reading it is another operand, so 4, it will be again pushed on the top of the stack. Okay, so this is our, let's say okay, we are reading this one, so this is our here and this is this, so this one got inserted here. Okay, and after that it encountering with an operator. So see, else if an operator is encountered, remove the topmost element A and next topmost element B. So right now this one is our A, right? Because this one is our topmost element. Okay. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is our second topmost element B. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see this particular line, that after remove the topmost element A and B and next topmost element B from the stack and evaluate C, the position has been changed, that B operator A. Why this B operator A? Because if we are just popping out and just putting them this one, we are doing 12 divided by 5. If we are not switching the position of B to A, it will occur like this one, 4 divided by 12. This one was not our equation. Our equation was 12 divided by 4. That's why this one is getting switched, B by A. That's why I am just writing this one to explain this one. So clear about this particular line, why B operator A is occurring.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Keep that in mind. Whenever you are popping out any kind of data, not any kind of data, whenever you are just encountering one by one operand, and then you are encountering with operator, first you are going to pop out the topmost element from there, and then you are going to pop out the next topmost element from there, means the operand from there. And whenever you are applying the data, the position will be switching from there. Means the first data which has come first, the first element which got popped out first, will be appearing on the right side, on the rightmost side, and the second data which popped out from the stack will be appearing on the leftmost side, and the operator will be coming in the middle. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then after that we are performing push the result. So after getting the result, so if we are performing 12 by 4, so after getting 12 by 4, obviously these two positions got popped out from there. So at this position, the result 3 will be inserted. So push the result in the top of the stack. After performing the data, the result will be pushed back into the stack. And then it's saying that out val equals to topmost value of the stack, or the top val equals to the topmost value of the stack. The significance of this line, that after completion of this one, after total completion of this one, when it has encountered the delimiter, means the closing bracket, the result will be on the top of the stack. Okay, the result will be on the top of the stack. Clear about this line also?
सर मींस वो दोनों डिलीट हो गया एंड देन उसके ऊपर वो पुश हो गया.
हाँ, उसके ऊपर पुश हो गया, मतलब तुम्हारा जब पूरा का पूरा फंक्शन तुम रीड करके एग्जीक्यूट कर लोगे, तो तुम्हारा जो रिजल्ट होगा वो हमेशा टॉप ऑफ द स्टैक में ही रहेगा. रिजल्ट कभी नीचे नहीं रह सकता, क्योंकि एक डेटा को पुश करना है, जो हम लोग इस एग्जांपल में करेंगे तो और भी ज्यादा क्लियर हो जाएगा. ठीक है, देख लो. सो हियर we are reading the data. So see, 7 we have written, 6 2 plus star 12 4 bracket, there is bracket division, and then subtraction, and then the delimiter is positioning here. So first 7 is what?
Operand.
7 is operand. So 7 will be, this is our stack content and this is our scanned symbol. So first 7 is getting scanned. So 7 got scanned, and 7 is an operand. So operand will be pushed into the stack. So stack, it got pushed into the stack. Very good. Next we are reading the data, that is our 6. 6 is again operand. So it will be again pushed into the stack. So this is our 7, and this side is our bottom of the stack. Okay, and this is our top of the stack. Okay, so 6 got pushed here. Any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so we are reading 2. So again 2 is an operand. So it will be again pushed back into the stack. So again it got pushed into the stack. So 7 6 2. No issues there. See, again after doing the T, we are encountering plus. Plus is an operator. So whenever we are encountering operator, what will happen?
The top element will be popped out.
The first 2 operand from the top will be popped out. So obviously first 2 will be popped out, and then 6 will be popped out, and the performance will be done. So see, same thing is occurring. 2 is popping out. So see, after first 2 is popping out. So that's why 2 is staying at the extreme right. And then 6 is popping out, because 6 is on the B position. Then 6 is coming here, and we are getting the result 6 plus 2. And after getting the result will be again pushed back into the stack. So 6 plus 2, after performing 6 plus 2, 8 got pushed back into the stack. So clear until this line?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, after doing that, we are again encountering another operator. So start. Again, what will happen? These two will be popped out and it will be performed. So 7 is our B, 8 is our A. So 7 star 8, 56. So the result got pushed into the stack after doing the performance. We are encountering 12. 12 is operand. So obviously it will be pushed into the stack. So after C, encountering 12, 56, it's coming as 12. No issues there. Then we are encountering with 4. 4 is again another operand and it will be pushed into the stack. So 56, 12 and 4. Okay. Then we are encountering a operator. Operator is division. So obviously what will happen? First 4 will be popped out. So the first one which get popped out will be on the extreme right. Then the operator will be in the middle. And then the next one. The next, this one got popped out also. So 12 by 4. Okay. So that's why I have written here 12 by 4. And the result will be pushed back into the stack. So see, 3 got pushed back into the stack. And 56, we didn't touch this one. So 3 is here. Clear about this line up to division line? Okay.
Yes.
Then we are encountering again another operator, minus. So obviously what will happen? It will be pushed out. So 3 will be pushed out first. And 56 also will be pushed out. Sorry, popped out. My bad, sorry. 3 will be popped out and 56 will be popped out. And the performance will be done. That is minus. And after doing the result will be again pushed back into the stack. So the result got pushed back into the stack. And then it's after reading, it's encountering the closing bracket or the delimiter. Means the total has been read properly. Means this particular thing got exhausted. So this one is coming as closing bracket. And after closing bracket, we are finding out that 53 is right now where? On the top of the stack. Right? 53 is residing on the top of the stack.
Yes, sir.
So this is our answer. That's how postfix operation gets executed. So clear about the algorithm and how this process occurred?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. Now, next we are performing stack application on infix to postfix operation. Okay, so a infix operation. Look here, the example here. The question has been given as an infix operation. So A plus B star C minus D by E exponential F star G star H. So this is an infix operation. With the help of stack application, we are going to convert this infix operation into postfix operation, because whenever we are encountering postfix operation, execution of postfix operation is very much easy. We are going to pop out, push in, like that. Okay, simply. So what are the algorithm to push? Conversion. First, algo infix to postfix conversion. Okay, here we have taken two things. One is our Q, another is our P. Okay, Q is our infix operation and P for the postfix operation. So see, first push this particular bracket onto the stack. Okay, first what we are going to do? First we are going to push this particular one. Why we are pushing this particular one? We are pushing this particular one because we are going to concatenate the closing bracket there. So whenever these two will encounter with each other, that means our total thing is getting exhausted and there is nothing to convert there in anything. So that's why we are pushing the opening of first bracket when we are doing the conversion of infix to postfix. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this line you already know why we are using this one. Now, next we are coming to until stack is empty. Okay, until the stack is empty, read Q from left to right. We are going to start reading it from left to right. Okay, symbol by symbol, one at a time. Okay, if operand, okay, see this particular line. If operand, then put in at the end of P. Okay, if we are encountering with operand, we are going to put it at the end of P, means this one on this part. Okay, and if this particular opening bracket is encountering, then push it onto the stack. If this one is coming, we are pushing that into the stack, or the opening bracket is coming. If operator is getting encountered, then pop all operators from the top of the stack. See, if operator, then pop all operator from the top of the stack and add to the P. we are going to pop out. If we are encountering any operator here, we are going to pop out from top of the stack and from the top of the stack, and then we are going to push them into the P. See, that's what we have written here. If operator, then pop all outer operators from the top of the stack and add to P whose precedence is greater or equal to the precedence of the operator push on the top of the stack. So this line is quite complicated if you learn it like this. The main thing is there is a thing called precedence. Okay, means the priority of that particular operator. As we know, exponential has the highest priority. Okay, then multiplication and division has the same priority. Plus and minus has the same priority. And if we look here, this one has the highest precedence. So let's say this one has the precedence 1. This one is our precedence 2. And this one is our precedence 3. Okay, and if we are encountering precedence higher than the previous one, then we are going to bring this one. If the precedence is normal, let's say if we are encountering with, let's say we are coming as minus and then star is coming, what will happen? It will remain unchanged. There will be no changes here because this one has lower precedence and this one has higher precedence. But if this one is coming as like this, that star is here, and then the next operator we read is coming as minus, then we are going to perform this thing, that we are going to pop out all the operators from there and we are going to bring them into the P. That is the significance of the line here. And if closing bracket is encountering, okay, if we are encountering with closing bracket, then pop all operators from the top of the stack. Again, if we are encountering with closing bracket, then we are going to pop out all the operators from the top of the stack and within these two brackets, okay, because we have started with this bracket. So within these two brackets, all the operators will be there. Those operators will be put into the P side, okay, in order until we have encountered any opening bracket. And then in order to until found pop, and then the closing bracket will be disbarred, okay, discarded. So whenever the last closing bracket will be there, and these two will combine itself, and it will tell that the total rate has been done. Okay, simple algorithm, nothing there. So now it will be much more clear if we do this particular example. So here, look at the example. The expression has been given as a plus b star c minus d by e exponential f star g star h. Okay. Now, first it's going to read the data one by one. But here what we have said, that first the bracket will be inserted into the stack. So these are the scan symbol. These are the scan content, means the things that are appearing on the top of the stack. And this is our expression P as output. P is keeping the output. Okay. P is just keeping the output. P is just like we can say for array operation what we have seen there, that here it's going to print or keep the output. This is the only place to keep the output, and this is our stack content. Okay, clear about the three things which I am saying here in the table? Clear about these three tables, that what are the significance of these three things?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this one is your print place or the print display which you are seeing. This one is your stack content, and this one is your scan symbols. Okay. Now, look here. First, our thing is pushing this particular bracket within there in order to cancel out each other, because they are both of them are going to cancel each other out, and we are going to able to understand that the particular thing got exhausted. Okay, so first this one is getting inserted. So stack A, first this one is getting inserted. Okay, first data we are reading is A. So A is what? A is operand. So A will be direct into the output. So that's why after reading A is coming here. Clear? अच्छा तो होता है बहुत अच्छा हम इसका नया टेबल बनाए এখানে দিই আমার আছে a প্লাস ভেতরে b স্টার c মাইনাস bracket e divided by e exponential sign এইটা কি exponential ধরে রাখবো ঠিক আছে f star g bracket star h. Okay, this is the equation that has been given to us. Good. Now we are going to write this one by one. So table হলে ভালো হতো, but কি করি বলতো এখানে লেখার জন্য তো টেবিল হলে ভালো হতো। So this is our this is our scan symbol. Okay, this is our stack content, and this is our PS output. So PS output. তোমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছ?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Okay, sure, very good. এটা 11 থেকে আমি 14 এ রাখি তাহলে দেখতে সুবিধা হবে। So first, look here. So first we are encountering with so first we are reading the symbol. So first our algorithm is stating that whenever we are going to encounter or whenever we are going to start, first we are going to put the opening bracket within here. So see, first opening bracket is right now open, we have inserted in there, and now we are scanning the symbol. So first symbol we are scanning here is our A. So since A is an operand and A is an operand, A will be on the output side. Okay, no issues there, I guess. ठीक है?
Yes.
Okay. Next, our next symbol which we are reading here is plus. So after reading plus, plus will be where? On the stack content. So plus will be. Oh, I can have enter TP. Sorry. So plus will be here because plus is an operator, and operators are in the stack content unless until we have encountered a closing bracket or any higher lower precedence kind of architecture. Okay, the thing will be there. Okay, and this output will come as it is. Okay, next we are reading the symbol. The symbol is right now is opening bracket again, first opening bracket. So first opening bracket we are encountering here. Obviously the first opening bracket is also the same thing. So this will be into the stack, and this one will come as it is. Okay, next data we are encountering is B. Okay, so B is operand. So B kothay jabe? Where B will go? Tell me. B kothay jabe bolo? He will be B kothay asbe? If we are encountering if output, exactly. If we are encountering any operand, that will be on the output section. Okay, so AB will be there. Next data we are encountering with star. So see, if we are encountering with star, and before coming to star, we are going to check here that is there any operand before star. Obviously no operand is before there. There is only brackets there. So obviously star will come here and it will remain unchanged. So here, like this one, star will come in this particular place, because if there was any kind of operand there, then we are going to check that whether which one is having higher precedence, and we are going to compare with each other. Since there is none here, that's why we are putting this one, and this one will come as it is AB. Okay, then after going star, we are again encountering with C. C is an operand, so C will be coming on output side, and this one will be just as it is. There will be no changes there. After C, we are encountering with minus. Okay, so let's write here minus. And now before writing it here, okay, let me write it again. And again I am writing here minus. So minus have higher precedence or lower precedence than multiplication? Lower precedence. Minus has lower precedence than the multiplication. And if we are encountering the lower precedence, see, if the operator, then pop all operator out. So if operator, then pop all operator from the top of the stack and add to P whose precedence is greater or equal to the precedence of the push on the top of the stack. So if we are encountering this sort of things, then what will happen? If the precedence is higher, then what will happen? The particular precedence was, the higher precedence one will be moving here, and the lower precedence will be kept here. Okay, so that's why ekhane jokhon we are encountering minus, minus will be staying here, and the higher precedence operator will be coming on the output section. Clear until this line?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we have gone to here. Now again we are encountering what? Again we are encountering closing bracket. So just write it here. Again we are encountering closing bracket. So as closing bracket is coming, closing bracket, there is nothing to change here. So closing bracket will come as it is. Control V minus and closing bracket. Okay, and this one will come as it is. After getting closing bracket, we are again encountering with D. So D is an operand, so there will be no changes here. So here it will be B here. Okay, and here this one will remain unchanged. See, after encountering, after getting this, I am getting division. So division is an operator, so we have to check something. So first, let's put division here. Let's write here this one. And before writing division, we are saying that there is nothing before that no operators is there. So we are just going to write down the simple division there, and this one will come as it is. Okay. After encountering division, we are again encountering an operand E. So obviously that will come as it is. So and ekhane eta output hoye gelo, and this one will be copied here. Okay, after encountering E, we are again encountering an operand. Okay, this one is our exponential. So let's write it down here. Exponential. So first, and exponential. So tell me, is there going to be any changes or not?
Change.
No, there will be no changes, because look, the difference is this one has higher precedence and this one has lower precedence, right? Exponential has higher precedence than division. See, if this one is like this order, that the extreme right one is having higher precedence and then the next one or the left one is having lower precedence, then there will be no changes. But if the condition was instead of this one, if the condition was like this, then what will happen? Then bracket or division will stay here and the higher precedence will go over there. Okay, so just remember this one. If lower precedence is on the right side and the higher precedence on the left side, then the higher precedence will move to the output. But here the condition is different. Here the condition is the higher precedence on the right side and the lower precedence on the left side. So if this sort of situation occurs, then there will be no changes. Am I clear? বুঝতে পারলে এখানে আমি কি বলতে চাইলাম? Remember this one. If higher precedence on the right side and lower is on the left side, there will be no changes. And if the higher precedence is on the left side and the lower precedence is on the right side, then the higher precedence will move to the output. That's why look at this particular example here. Here, see. Previously it was star and then minus was coming here. So see, minus has lower precedence and star has higher precedence. So that's why star got moved here and minus remained here. But here, see, here what is happening here? See, here exponents has higher precedence and division has lower precedence than exponents. So that's why this one is on keeping it here. No movement is happening here. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Okay. After encountering this one, again we are encountering f. So f is an operand. So no changes will be there. So here just Control V and f, and the top of the stack. Sorry. Top of the stack will remain unchanged. Okay, after encountering f, we are encountering with a closing bracket. Okay, so here the line was there. So look at this particular line. If closing bracket, then pop all operators from the top of the stack. Okay, if closing bracket we are encountering, then pop all operators from the top of the stack and add them to the P in order until we have encountered a opening bracket again. Okay, so see here. See, we are we are encountering with closing bracket. So let's write it down here. So
বের করে অপারেশন গুলো হবে
এই দুটো ব্র্যাকেটের মাঝে যেগুলো থাকবে শুধু those two things will be popped out. Okay, I'm going to explain themselves. So wait, first let's Control V and this will be the structure if I am just pushing it in there. Okay, the significance of that line is whenever these things is occurring, means the operands, the operator within these two brackets will be popped out from the top of the stack and they will be put here as order, as in order. Means first which one will be popped out? First k pop hoche, exponent will be popped out, so that's why exponent will come here, and then division will be popped out, so division will come after that. So I'm going to just remove this one because I'm not going to write this one here. So these brackets are going to take over from there. Okay. So first exponent is popping out, so that's why exponent is coming. Then division is popping out, so division is coming. Clear?
Sir.
Clear unto this?
Sir.
Sir.
Okay, very good. Now next we are encountering with star. Okay, so star, let's write it down here. Star, and then Control V and star. So is there any move? Is there going to be any movement, or it will remain as it is?
So again that is
remain as it is because higher precedence is on the right side. Very good, very good. Okay, next we are encountering, after encountering star, we are encountering with G. So G is an operand, no issues there. So G will come as it is. So G will be there. G. After encountering G, we are again coming the next symbol as closing bracket. So as we know, as we encounter closing bracket, what is going to happen? Bolo?
First multiplication, then division.
Exactly. Very good. So control V, right? Sorry. So first, start, then
negative.
Then minus. Okay, great. No issues there. So after encountering this one, we are again encountering with star. So star will come here. So star is an operator. So let's see. Edit star, and here we are going to write closing brackets plus star. Again, no changes will be there. Higher precedence on the right side. So it will remain as it is. Here are again star minus star minus. Star minus. Okay. After reading star, we are again encountering with H. So H is an operand. So write it here. H is here. Here control V. Star minus H, and this one will remain as it is plus R star. So after H, we have concatenated. After that, after encountering H, we have concatenated what? Closing bracket here. That was the line. We have concatenated this one with the cube, the infix operation. So after here, then it's going to read the symbol closing bracket. So obviously, this one is reading closing bracket. So here, within the bracket, plus star and closing bracket we are encountering. That means all the operator within them will be pushed here according to the order.
Yes, sir.
So this one will be, so first R will come, then plus will come, and this one will be not there obviously because they got already popped out. Okay, and we have encountered this one. That means there is nothing to be read here because both of the brackets have encountered with each other. See, the last line was here. And then pop all operators from the top of the stack and add them to the P in order until this bracket is found and pop, and then will be discarded until this and this has been found. So we have first added this one, pushed this one, okay, and then we have concatenated this one. So our pushed one and the concatenated one, both of them got encountered, means our total function got exhausted. There is nothing to be there, and that's how is your post-fix operation has been done. So whenever you are pushing this one, what will happen? First, A will be pushed into the stack, B will be pushed into the stack, C will be pushed into the stack. We are encountering star. So C will be coming on the right side, B will be coming on the left side, then B star C will happen, and it will be again pushed back into the top of the stack. Then D will be pushed into the top of the stack, then E will be pushed, then F will be pushed. After pushing F, then F will be popped out, will be on the right, and then E will be there on the left, and then exponential operation is going to occur, and then after doing the performance, it will be again pushed back into the stack. Then we are encountering with division. So E exponent F will be popped out, and that will be and then D will pop out, and D will be divided by E exponent F, and the result will be pushed back in there, and then G is coming there. So G will be again pushed back in there, and then we are encountering with star. So G will be coming on the right side, and D divided by E exponent F will be multiplied with the Z, and the result will be pushed in there. And then after minus is getting encountered, so D divided by E exponent G, E exponent F multiplied by G will be deducted from C. C will be C is going to deduct the whole thing from this one, and then the result will be pushed back in there. Then we are encountering with star, so D divided by E exponent F multiplied by G minus C will be multiplied with B, and then the result will be pushed in there, and then after we are encountering plus, so the whole this particular part from B to up to H will be popped out, and then that particular thing will be added with the A, and the result will be pushed back in there, and that is our result. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure, very good. Yes, that's it for today. Sure. Next day, sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
একদম।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.